Hey everyone, we'll be starting in a moment. I am just getting everything set up. Okay, that's fine. What's that? These. Huh, I was right. I don't know why I didn't save that, so I need to change the update for that name. 1 second. Make sure that the name updated. Did, but it removed all of my changes for some reason. Although it didn't. Okay then. Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Ace Attorney Investigations. Last time we had left off, we had done more of the past case, where we found more information. We found about Gumshoe not being the murderer. We found out about the stuff happening with the knife turning out to be a key. And we found the videotape that showed the crime that was being committed before that the case was originally about, before everyone died, where it showed the guy shooting the victim earlier. And apparently the sound of that was what everyone heard in the other rooms. So, yeah. We're about to go speak with Miss Yu, I believe. We're going to see if we can get Gumshoe off scot-free, and then move on to the next case, hopefully. I think we're on the last part, so we shall see what happens. Hey, Raphatron, I do see you in chat. Chat is now fixed. It was fixed yesterday, so, yay! It was his evil brother, Gunshot. And he said evil bunshot. Grother. Which is not words. But yeah, let's find out what happens. Lay. That day, 10 years ago. Dun, 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 dun. You hate that key? What key? Okay, now it's done. Restream, refresh. There we go. Alright. Sounds we picked up. Everything seems to be good. We are good to go. Let's get it on. I missed a silly promises. What do you mean? Confrontation former, Callisto U. 10th, September 10th, 6:15 p.m. I think you mean the 10th of September. Child came from nowhere. Right. just did a stretch, so I'm ready. Kay, what are you doing here? Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating. But the object you're looking for has already... Kay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation. Okay, you got it. Bye. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, a little task will do. Oh, for Kay. Okay, I was like, what are you talking about boyfriends and daddies and stuff? And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But it's not my fault. Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Huh. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we more than solved the case already. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see. We even have a viewer in the gallery. And why, even Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements. During the time when our suspect was in the hallway, I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore the killer was to be without a doubt Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have. Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion, and this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? How absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I've got to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Lay it on me, what's your argument, Miss Yu? Everyone stands the suspect as an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the arrests around the area's crime scene have been thoroughly investigated, right? I've also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Why is she trying not to laugh? The whole time. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course. There is no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. At my pace, the next case could take up to 10 streams. You take that back! I'll do it in 5! I'll show you!
Hold it!
The suspect? But I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. Yes, that is correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there is no one else who can corroborate what he did since that snacking. I see she's done her research well. Which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Her coping mechanism has become too ingrained in her. She has become the cope.
Hold it!
Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. Such eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe that it's been exhausted, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window into the garden? That's the first place everyone looked silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. I beg to differ. They looked into every possibility, you know. At least in the Ace Ventura, Ace Attorney world, the police suck. All the time. It's up to the lawyers to do any sort of investigation work. Good investigation work, anyway. Oddly enough, nothing she said has really been wrong or illogical. Isn't that right, Bad? Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely positive there was no possible routes of escape? Of course, I'm sure. And why are you so certain? This is the courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged? If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. That's not how that works. Not everyone would know about the escape routes. It's just common sense. Mild Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Ugh.
Hold it!
You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are far too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? Are you the only one still worrying about that? Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. I'm not about to let her get her rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire a little into something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisca or myself speaking with you about the subject. But there were other witnesses. For you, there is a mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for the little missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or any bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into the lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene was dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, if that crime had occurred at an entirely different time, then what gunshot you heard went off? Or when that gunshot you heard went off, what then?
Objection!
Wait, I didn't get a chance to read that! That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perceptions of when the crime took place. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. Did the math that Gumshoe's bonus is $5.10... Well, is that £5, 10 cents? 10 pennies? Adjusted for inflation. Wow. The gunshot we heard was in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated? Show me the videotape.
Take that!
that tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. Ah, but I do, which leads me to my next question, or next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of, too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag and turned the television's volume all the way up, leaving the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes from the gunshot sound to come out. And since we know that this method of time manipulation is possible, $7.06. It opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection.
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? You get her, big bro. I mean, Miles. Yes, of course. You know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until only a little while ago. That's right, and if the rooms were soundproofed, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshot clear as day. And that's it, end of story. But it's not. How should I explain why she was able to hear the gunshot from a soundproof room? Well, the window was open. There was a hole in the wall. Ah, yes, the giant hole that went into Silent Hill. There is exactly one common point between lobby number 1 and 2. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also opened.
Objection.
It's probably just coincident they were both open at the time.
Objection.
It is no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in lobby number 1? The answer to that is certain. A certain person did something that caused the window to be opened. And that person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is...
Take that.
Miss Callisto, you! I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. What? You indict me? Yeah, draw on your face! She solidarity so hard she started calling him her little brother later. Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Hugh, do you feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for me my own rebuttal now, right? Just a reminder, she would have been a baby when Manfred took him in. Yeah, I know. I mean, he was in his, like, pre-teens. He was, like, 10 or something. So, yeah. Miss Hugh's rebuttal. Hugh argued that the window was opened. However, do you have proof that it was I who did it? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this. Especially with logic as full of holes as yours. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down even for a second, or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. Did you start suspecting her? I mean, yeah, I think I suspected her a few streams ago. Maybe not right at the start because that was too early, but a little bit into it. But it could be her. Could not be her. Could be the guy that showed up randomly. You never know. We'll find out.
Hold it.
Evidence? All I'd need to do is have some prints analyzed and we'd know straight away. Be my guest. She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means, even if we were able to lift prints, that only showed that it was someone else. But why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why not I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose. What's wrong? The scratched eyebrows lines on your forehead, they're all back. Oh, excuse me. More importantly, are you going to be okay not running to fingerprint analysis? Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, well in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, right? I guess I'll show the bottle.
Objection!
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu? Aha, Mr. Edgeworth. Never knew you were one to wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. This isn't mine! Yet. I mean, what? That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know that at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. And that you are super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume? While you were in lobby number 1, you've made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. This according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also know that if you spilled it, it would naturally move to open a window.
Objection!
Come now, I've already told you that it's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection!
The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean? Yes. You? Oh, Miss Yu. You were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been brought by you, Miss Yu. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why? Look, I had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make the last testimony and wrap this absurd case once and for all. Here we go. It was Raffatron that killed him. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking the information, I'll just draw it out on her.
Hold it!
I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You already confirmed that I did spill some perfume. But that's all. You accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. Do as you like, but as for me, I believe. You believe? I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. My, you're enthusiastic. Of course, I should have guessed.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or I will sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip, which is not it's still spreading misinformation. Possible. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding to the fuel to the fire. How dare you say such a thing? Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Why did you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue?
Hold it!
Well, why exactly could you have not killed him? Ha! I was about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth. Your preferences have no bearing on what is at hand. Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we? This is a harassment.
Objection!
Miss Yu, you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. You stay away from my brother. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. Sorry. Miss Yu, please continue with your testimony. Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must know about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? Speaking of preferences, they kept their promises with the new Tomodachi life? What do you mean? I'm gonna sneeze. Ow! Ugh. I sneezed so hard that my vision went weird, even though I had my eyes closed. Oh, bless me. Jesus. I'm drawing the truth out of her, and that's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at a trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence that is yet to present itself was the key the aggressor had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Did you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding of my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you said to your testimony. Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. I have the key right here. Do I present this or do I present the knife? Or do both?
Objection!
Oh, cool. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key the aggressor sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, in fact, it has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was in Mr. Faraday's bag was both the aggressor's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was in Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the aggressor's key alone, it is more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Ugh. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the aggressor's key... She did a mouth thing! I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would, even now, still feign ignorance? I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime we have with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? I'll kill you! Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor, even though it turns out to be true. In the future, but I don't know that because I'm young Edgeworth. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow. Who knew that there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Anagrasso's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would have never been privy to this trick, would ever have known about it to begin with. Furthermore, that's something what the Anagrasso sent into the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Vrell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time, but he didn't tell me about the key actually transforming.
Objection!
What are you saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his own organizer, you know? He wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? Would it be better to leave this to oral?
Objection!
Unfortunately, this is also impossible, because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. Shit. What would have been highly classified information even within the police force? And is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much reason to. Looks like I have a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of that knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smug smile off your bitch-ass face, motherfucker! By the time we're through. This is it, the moment of truth. The secret behind the Yadagrassu's key. Only one person would have known the knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yadagrassu's key would change into a knife?
Take that!
There is only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. and that is the person who sent the Yadagrassu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yadagrassu herself. Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yadagrassu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals, why do something like this? I can't laugh that much because it's going to hurt otherwise. She's dying. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill is even greater when I sneak into someplace. You! No, not me, you! You killed Faraday. Why? Answer me, Callista Yu. Callista Yu, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yadagrassu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. But the Yadagrassu never kills anyone, so obviously this is all fake. And they're just trying to make the Yadagrasu out to be a criminal, probably. It's all a secret ploy by some third organization we don't know about yet. I don't trust anything. Even Francisco's a part of it. I made Rel an officer, acquittal for a favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yadagrasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into complete mess. I chased after him and then eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves... What? Oh, that Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But didn't you say that you despise criminals? But do I really? You. Have you forgotten about the KGA incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman would... So then, what is your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yadagrasu by using this Yadagrasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought of it to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 with the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. And in order to get it with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yadagrasu's key just like that. And then the knife looks completely different to what it actually looks like. I never noticed that I had to change the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. I also didn't know I pouted. And he didn't have the chance to take the note from the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought I'd give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest, something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they killed each other. And then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use the gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape. Which is why I had Mr. Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all that was said and done, I rewarded him with all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? A client? If you want to talk about who was a client who's first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the co-defendant embassy staff member Deadman. You ordered a hit job. You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Deadman killed because he was about to give away information about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. What? Okay, this is obviously a ploy. What? How could this... You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe, maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Rasmus claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yadagrasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yadagrasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. I beg to differ. I'm going to run away right now. No one will find me. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yadagrasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yadagrasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Gun! That has 2 barrels! You really are too naive, Edgeworth. Even had his key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I still gladly take it. Ugh. You mean the key was your real target? Because of my massive... Okay, Raffatron. I'm gonna put you in timeout. And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two get down. Francisco really acting like a kid right now. My body. I can't move. Hey, mister, to your right. Huh? You! Are you all right, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. I took on a different voice there for a second. Her voice is shaking. It looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. Did they shoot Kay? September 10th, 7 p.m. Court number 3. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay, just got another hole in my jacket. He may say he's fine, but it looks like he's quite shaken up. She must be using conkers. But more importantly... Oh, wrong voice. But more importantly, boy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma. Are you two hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared after she chased after you. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Detective Bat, sir. I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I didn't mean to skip that. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard what happened from Kay. Lying while giving the testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you are protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you might just have what it takes to be a real detective. Now don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops! Pops? Watched too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cherry atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. And then it was the last thing he did, probably. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. Foreshadowing. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. I can't believe how much trouble I've caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so it doesn't help. Didn't need help, anything. It's not really your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we did have his honest testimony, I think the lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, not so long as you're not fired. You should work hard, give it all you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Ooh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. It was a bonus! I'm pretty sure it's this, maybe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Swiss roll, right? I just want to be sure, because this is probably going to be that thing they do in the old games where it's like they show the one piece of evidence that's like, oh, everything's happy now. Let me just quickly check through everything. So it's not going to be this or this. It's not going to be a gun. Wouldn't be a pen. Wouldn't be that. Wouldn't be the videotape. Wouldn't be the key. Not a balloon. Not a handprint. Book doesn't make much sense. Perfume. No. The Promises notebook? Probably not. Probably this then.
Take that!
It's a courthouse suite special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you, after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. This is roll Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop! That was good, pal! I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's just like I'm in a Swiss roll paradise or something. I've got to thank Kay myself. Hey, wait. Where is she? You only noticed now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's so baby. It's like, oh, I've got another dog. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. And they became best friends, and then they never left. He was always there. We should go to home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Oh, Roger, sir. And don't you worry, I'll be investigating the next case we're on real well. I'll be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. And I was forever lost with him. I'm just thinking, like directly after this, he has his first case, I think, against Mia. So, you know, that's great, because I believe that's the one where the prison guard kills himself, isn't it? Not the prison guard, the prisoner kills himself. For the, you know, I've got to do it for my redhead lady. Me help bad guy. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now a thief. He sees Terry. Oh, wow, we just got snapped back right here. Okay. So, do you remember me now? Yes, I remember everything. I had a 2-hour flashback. It was amazing. Kay, it's been a while. I've also become a lot more pointier as I got older. Kay, you sure grew up a lot. Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two would totally forgot about me. You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time? Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh, that's what happened. Well, I'm just glad you're all right. So does it all make sense now? You betcha it does. Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Actually, there's still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father. Dum dum dum! No! Really? Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu? Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden amongst his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. He's executed thousands. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright, then how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system on the user's choosing. Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. He had high-tech technology like that in the past? Wow! Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was a really great thief, huh? Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was just killed. And the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card. Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like this gaudy card out. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with everything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up. I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone could help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. We only met once, but that's you. So you're saying that I have your father's and Miss Yu's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Kay. Kay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth. What I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. That evil woman. You mean Callisto Yu? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, will you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. Which, just to recap, we managed to find out that the kidnapper was actually the kidnapped themselves. And now a murderer. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. That case has been weighing down on my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you! Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy. Even though we had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with that chummy relationship? The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Callisto U, and K Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yadagrasu, and the Yadagrasu's real goal. It would all come to light that day after I made that promise to Kay. The end. Or is it? O's heard for that kick in the pants, yeah. Beginning opening. Turnabout ablaze. Is that Kay, but with long hair and weird cat ears? That's probably a bow or something. We should probably still be okay. Let me check the time. Yeah, it's not even been an hour yet. We got plenty of time. Start episode. Yes. Turnabout Ablaze, episode 5. It's a match. 2 cards. 1 of the Black Raven. And 1 of the White Raven. A country torn in 2. 1 of the West, with pretty flower. And 1 in the East. A tyrannical flag. When those which were spilt are made whole again. Or split, not spilt. The truth will reveal itself. No, the match is falling. Everything's going to catch on fire. It's Yadagrasu! Yadagrasu's here! Ooh. You accursed Yadagrasu! K, you! 8 hours earlier. What happened? K set fire to everything. March 14th, 10:17 a.m. He's drinking tea like a posh bastard. Yes. The scent of chamomile early in the morning is what I need. High Prosecutor's room, room 1202. It's so nice, almost dreamlike to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Especially after the murder that happened here. Especially after that what of the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. And the next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gatewater Land theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back into my office. Now that I think about it, this all happened like one after the other. It's crazy. Along with a thief who was out to pilfer the files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I would be allowed to spend it quietly. Mr. Edgeworth! It's not you, okay? This is big, I tell you! Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase "the fragility of dreams" come to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The freak Yadagrasu's going to find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. This whole duology is only 2 weeks. Damn! That short amount of time, man, all this happens? What the hell? If only real, crimes were figured out this fast. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. I don't care about you being threatened by a gun. Oh, and that is... Where'd I put it? Take a look at this. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration. Declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we gotta hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country embassies should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Ooh, where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? Well, if you must know, I've just partaken of the leaf. The tea leaf. I'm not Kay. Oh, you're just too wound up. Well, then you should get wound up too, you know? Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss You? The woman who killed Kai's father, Bryn Faraday, Byrne, 7 years ago. And she mogged as she killed him. And when she tried to kill me, too. Callisto, you. She claimed to be the great thief Yadagarasu. And then disappeared from the courtroom. Ugh, she makes me so mad, that phony. Everyone knows that the real Yadagarasu would never send someone something like a calling card until a company's underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that Yadagarasu's paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yadagarasu so awesome. You'd like to think that K actually means Francisca. Okay. The Yadagarasu's card that's shown in this article. It looks to me as though it could be genuine. Or as some people say, the genuine. It's the genuine article. Let's see, that's the thing. Whatever it is, this person that isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yadagarasu. If this isn't a clue that the woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Out the door you go. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different colour than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. Random thought, what if Faraday didn't actually die? What if it's fabricated that he did die, and Bad and him are both the Yadagarasu, which is why it has 3 legs, because there's more than one person behind the Yadagarasu, and they're actually working together to get to the real crime, and in order to do that, they have to fake his death so they can actually get into the criminal organization and find out the real culprit that's pretending to be the Yadagarasu, and then they come out and like, I'm still alive, and then actually gets killed again. Like, for real. Who knows? It's of a different colour than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No, no reason at all. Then who's the third? It's me! I'm the third! Very well, seeing as Miss Hugh is also someone of a special nature to me. I agree there is some merit to be found investigating this. I knew you'd come around. Like Misty Face. March 14th, 5 p.m. Theatrum Nutrialis. Oh, Jesus. Why not just choose a weirder name? By the light of this night's glorious moon, we are ready! Ready to embark on our nightly outing. And there's a baby. And this is where our tale begins. They brought back the Steel Samurai. What a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theatre inside a foreign embassy? I want to hear you think the killer is as early as possible. Okay, it's that guy with the green jacket. There you go. Is that as early as you want? I just threw it out there because he's wearing a glove and only evil people wear gloves. I guess. Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash! I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say, though, this embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it has a neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries? The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast? Is that how you say that? Alabast, right? Yes, it would appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. You know I'm really into? The Jammin' Ninja. The Republic of Babal is sponsoring a Jammin' Ninja stage show. Well, that's something for fangirls like me. Flashbacks to the frickin' the last case for the last one. Is the zip-up guy gonna be here? That's something for fangirls like me. We totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammin' Ninja show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. You know, ever since I met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event, what's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. Those two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature. Yeah, Shelley the Killer. There we go. Thank you for the reminder there. And it was called the Principality of Codifa. Huh. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. It's just that this country always seems to have problems because it was the first case that I actually had to deal with them as well. After a period of unrest, civil unrest, the country split in two, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Codifer, huh? The KG-8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG-8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Codifa. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split in two. However, the Yadagrasu still sent a calling card. Maybe that's why she's a terrible thief? Yeah, maybe. What could it all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me. What were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. We're also live on TV. Anyway, we're talking about the Alabast versus Babal Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have a pretty bad relationship with each other. But supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. They even started kissing. That's why they decided to hold this event. I'm just like looking at this carpet on the floor and it's just so obnoxious. Yellow and red. It's like, it's so bright. At least it's not fully yellow. Red's great, but like putting it with yellow, bit much. If that's the case, then why the verses? Also, both countries claim to own the real Primidux statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Okay, I need to remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires. Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself, you know that. The Yadagrasu is supposed to steal the truth and show it to the public, not steal items. She better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. Although we don't know if the Yadagrasu will really make an appearance. The ambassadors are making out. I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. Yay, I can walk again. And we're here reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, through tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Oh god, it's Lana! Get out of here, Lana! There's no ghosts. Let's see what this member of the audience has to say. Oh, well, okay, that's good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you're ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? I sensed that she didn't hear a single word I just said. Okay, that's good. All right, now give me a dramatic slam right there. Stop, hey, do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess we should leave him alone. I thought it was going to be different. Child. It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of The Steel Samurai. Go! Keep on fighting until your last breath! Go, my hero, the Steel Samurai! Completely absorbed in singing the theme song. I see. I let the child watch in peace. There's a flat panel and a tape deck, and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. I suppose it's so visitors can watch an episode or two at their leisure. This world, man, is confusing sometimes. We're supposed to be in, what, the year 2000? We have DVDs. We have Blu-rays starting to come in. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we still got VHSs, and then the main way of watching things. Honestly forgot Laura was in this. Well, how could you? She's right there. I guess it must be really that popular, huh? Yes, although I never thought I would see it reach this level of popularity. The more people that like it, the less I do. I wonder why they decided to call on the Steel Samurai for an event like this. I mean, it's like they intended to cut the two countries apart with the samurai sword instead. Wouldn't that go against the whole point of this event? These flowers were sent by Global Studios. Global Studios? That's where they filmed the Steel Samurai television show. They have been producing hit after hit recently, so the studio's being remodeled. Oh, I read about that in the papers the other day. The mascot of theirs is also getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Miss Monkey? Or Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. Really have a great memory. Hey, Matt the Shirt, welcome. Huh, I never underestimate my powers of recollection. Hi, Lauder. Where in tarnation are they? Come on, give me a big scoop. Hey, mister, out of the way. I'm talking to you. I would have forgotten how I did your voice, because you're not going to be here for long, I hope. I seem to remember this woman from somewhere. Yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it would be best if I left her alone. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Babalese embassy is just beyond these doors, sir. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? No, that's quite all right. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome in the Republic of Babal. Well then, since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, Kay. You're such a buzzkill. Depending on the continuity, Steel Samurai existed in the 90s. Yeah, but we were in the 2000s. They would have DVDs now. And they would have had them in the 90s. Probably out there's DVDs of the, Power Rangers. I would want those, actually. I would want to have the DVDs of Power Rangers. You're such a buzzkill. Look at the flags, Kay. The national flag of the Republic of Babal is on display here. The crest on it features a butterfly. Really rare to see a national flag featuring an animal on it. I mean, there's the lion. I don't really count dragons as a animal because they're more sentient than animals. I mean, yeah, it would make sense that there would be a VHS collection, but I don't know if they would use that for a public thing like this. They would use more newer stuff, but it's whatever. It's fine. It's not really what matters anyway. It's really rare to see a national flag feature an animal on it. Not really. I can list a few for you to do for that. What? I can list at least a few off for you that do. Okay, then are there any flags with really chic things on them? Chic things? That's pretty vague, Kay. Although by definition there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Oh, that's too bad. Because if there was, I'd be thinking about stealing it. And what exactly would you do with a stolen national flag, Kay? I'm also pretty sure that's illegal. I mean, obviously, stealing is illegal, but I think that's more illegal. Although I think that's only if it's like a government-owned one. Hello, Green Man. You are the criminal. This is the perfect angle. Go, my image. Travel across the wave world. And into every TV set around the globe. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. There are pamphlets about the 2 embassies here on this table. Huh. This still looks weird to me. The country split in 2 a few years back. And they've shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. Oh, I guess it's because they don't have the money to build 2 separate ones, huh? I should think that's not the reason why, Kay. I suppose I'll just have to help myself to one of these. Woo! Oh no! There was more people to talk to! What is all the hubbub? Hey, look! It's the Steel Samurai! And he's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him. You know, I've seen... Oh, wait, it's going automatically! I couldn't help but laugh. I know, right? And that Pink Princess movements were really stiff. And in the middle of the show, I could swear that I heard her hip crack. Oh, I know. I really thought about that too. The Pink Princess has a bad hip? Seriously? Just what they were thinking, you know? I suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. I'm glad I don't. 10 more minutes. No, in 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be of assistance? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I messed up, it would be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. Which one? Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. It's the Alabastan Embassy. Not unless you have some business with the embassy. I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Guard. Huh. I like the other one better because they actually allowed us in. The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabas is on display here. The crest on it features a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs of flags, don't you think? Well, when they're used by Codifer, the government used to take pride on its land. The citizens also love the rich, bountiful nature all around them, thus the design. Hey, if this Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they'd put him in the flag? Are you in your right mind, Kay? Huh. Or maybe the Jammin' Ninja would make a better candidate. Don't make me laugh. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. Okay, Edgeworth. Child. Are you a dead body, and are you actually a killer that's actually hidden inside this? May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? That guy attempted to flirt, me attempted to flirt. Please excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. What is that writing? To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Old Tokyo. What? It looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth, from Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of Neo Old Tokyo. If I knew he was going to read it out, I would have read it. Whoa, an autograph. Pretty cool that you got one, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? He's so happy he's going to put that and frame that on a wall. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabas to shake the hand of the Ambassador. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for the 2 countries tonight, but rather can be thought of as a goodwill ambassador from our own country as well. And then they murdered someone. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem to be like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue camera. In just a few seconds, the Gem and Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Gem and Ninja will enter the Republic of Babal. He is set to meet with the ambassador of Babal at that time. The Gem and Ninja is about to start. We've got to get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on, we've got to hurry. If you miss even a second of the Gem and Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? I could listen to that A Ninja Marked for Death lullaby song all day. His superb playing and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Gem and Ninja's greatest weapon. This really will be the final testimony. Those pieces of Gem and Ninja merchandise over there. I've got to have them. I really want the hair sticks that they were selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones the heroine Princess Missola wears in her hair. Anyway? Hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely the Yadagrasu will be making an appearance tonight. Why, because you're tired? Aw, poor little baby Edgeworth gonna go sleep. Yadagrasu will probably steal when everyone's gonna do that. Most likely it was simply a prank. You get a lot of those? No way, I just know the Yadagrasu will show. But I thought you said the Yadagrasu doesn't send calling cards. Well, yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. Is he actually upset because he had to watch the Gem and Ninja and he doesn't like it? Is that you made me watch this stupid show and I feel like it ruined the efforts of the Steel Samurai show beforehand. I hate you now, Kay. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake. Well, how can I word this? The Yadagrasu's mark on that calling card is exactly the same as mine. Get it now? We got a problem. The Yadagrasu's been spotting at Alabast. What? We hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but we will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey! The Steel Samurai just walked straight on through without one. If you don't hurry up and let me through, my phone is going to escape. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country... Mr. Edgeworth, so does that mean if someone just, like, snuck into it, that would be considered, like, an act of war or something? Like, oh, they attacked the embassy. They've declared war against China or something. Does that mean kind of thing? Or is that only for this? Only for this game in this universe? Vera mission. Okay. I'm going to enter through the Babal and climb over the wall into Alabast.
Hold it!
You would tell a prosecutor straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, are you listening to me? She's already gone, man. Kay Faraday, I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her. Anyone. March 14th, 6/8/12 p.m. Open air stage. Site safety starts here. The building site is dangerous. Parents are advised to warn children of the dangers and consequences of entering and playing on this site. What? Strictly no admittance to unauthorized personnel. Safety helmets, boots, and high-vis vests must be worn at all times. All visitors and drivers must report to site officers. Kay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. They're scared. Fire is too big for us to handle! Looks like Yadagrasu came to the ball too. You, accursed Yadagrasu. Kay, you had better be alright wherever you are. And then we get to play as Kay? Oh, no. 6:45. What are you doing here? I told you it wasn't me. Brain blast. Sheena is actually Callisto Yu. The whole time. I always thought her hair looked like a wig, so this is probably the perfect time to think that. If it isn't, then, you know, screw me. Is that a cowboy shirt on the back there? Wait, that's the arch from, it's not Australia, is it? There's the New York Statue of Liberty. We've got the needle there from Seattle. An eagle, a bear. A lot happening. Oh god, it's the guy! It's Cochin! The Cochin guy. I wish we got to play as Kay. That would be fun. Hey, are you alright? Do I look alright to you? Now, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's this. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yadagarasu. I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their head. I dare you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must have been the fake Yadagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. And I just know that the person who did it, or that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Sheena, I believe your name is, correct? And if you're making an arrest, I assume you have an evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey pal, just what the heck do you just said mean? I understand the words coming out of your mouth, but I don't like them. If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction in the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Unfortunately, detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? The office is considered a part of the Republic of Babal, which means that anything happens in here defaults to the control of Babalese government and Babalese law, given the exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe the truth is out there? Oh my god, Gumshoe. Okay. Again, this is why you're the best boy. You are the best character. I hate that you're gone in the later games. I want you to be back. If there is ever another Ace Attorney game, bring Gumshoe back. Gumshoe for justice for Gumshoe. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority is to investigate what effectively nullified the second we entered this embassy, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter to Interpol's hand and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not... Mr. Edgeworth. I don't know who this is yet, so in that case, allow me to join your investigation. It's Franziska and weird man with plaid shirt. Hey. Miss Von Karma. He's done. I can't read. He's done right. I would agree with that, Ruffatron. Ambassador Paleno, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. Why is he creepy? He kind of looks like the guy, but like, I've forgotten the name, but the guy that plays the Steel Samurai. The Lion Man. Manny was my secretariat. Oh, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisca. Well, I never imagined that I'd meet you here of all places. Will Powers, that's it. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct.
Hold it!
Already? What is it? Ambassador Poleno. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're... I want to be beneath you! Please, I implore you, Ambassador Poleno. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean by you're Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, Detective? If I don't become the Francisca's assistant, I can't participate in this investigation. And Francisca just provided the perfect excuse. Thanks, sis. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. And I get to whip you as much as I want. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you should you have a brain lapse. Edgeworth is a bottom. Oh, he's a power bottom, that's for sure. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you're done playing games. Right, let's begin the investigation. Woo! By the way, Detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babalese embassy today. And why are the police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the card I got from the Yadagrasu. They called us up and asked for help, sir. Just remember, you're currently my subordinate. I can whip you as much as I want. And it will be your right. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yadagrasu these past 7 years. It was more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. It looks like you failed to competently perform your guard duty yet again. Look forward to your next salary negotiation, although it's out of my hands. But sir, you can't cut anymore. I don't want to buy even instant noodles anymore. Man, cut him some slack, okay? So our victim was the secretariat for this embassy, I take it? Manny Cochin, I heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. The cause of death is a stab to the base of his neck. He was lacking watching his back. He got stabbed from behind? Ow. He got killed by the ghost. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So, Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire. What in the world happened inside this room? The body wasn't badly burnt by the fire. So maybe they were trying to burn something else then. I won't rest until I inspected every nook and cranny. Oh, it's already on it. There appears to be something in his pocket. This key? It can't be! Isn't this the Yadagrasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... Huh? 7 years ago? Oh! You mean that case where I was framed, sir? Yes, it was a piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago. Which was then stolen by Callisto Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir. I thought he was killed with a knife. Scruffy, at the very least, try to remember the details of the crimes you were a suspect in. Francisca, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few know of this key's existence. I doubt that a new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. Oh, I feel like the victim right now. All trampled on, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... Whee! Why did that take so long? Oh, wow, that's amazing, sir. That's like some kind of magic trick. At least this one doesn't have blood on it now. The Articus key added to the embassy, or to the organizer. I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. Also, why are we showing it up so close before? I remember that beautiful pattern in the blade, which never was brought up before until just now. I remember this well. It's a vine motif, isn't it? It looks like the two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Vines, sir? I think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police mark on your IDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that a detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. I think he's just blind. The real question is why the Babalese Embassy's Secretariat is holding this. While we don't know how Cochin came to possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Aragrasus from the Codifan Embassy. Well, that's right. Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Codifa. Why don't you ask Ambassador Paleno about what he knows? Supposedly, he is a candidate to be the next Codifan Embassy once long ago. You should be able to find the answer to any specific questions you have. Sure, buddy. This man. Where do I know him from? How have you forgotten? He was literally part of the other case. Is this the knife, the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blade's sharp shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. I suppose this means that we know that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some real fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me, too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing I saw that said it was artsy. But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it was a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. I guess Franziska likes butterflies. What's this white stuff up here? Maybe fire extinguisher fluid? Wait, there's something else? It's a knife wound. It's obvious that he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Ash? I mean, I guess, but it seems very bright for Ash. He showed up for 5 seconds? Yeah, but he was brought up a bunch. They kept talking about the article, kept showing his picture. Indeed. Is there anything else? Is that all of it now? It is all. Sorry, but Interpol has conducted its investigation beyond this point. I'm a supporter of Miss Von Karma. Is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site, you got it? If I let you examine the site, my superior would be really angry with me. You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guy, so why don't we just do as he says? Yes, I suppose we might as well. The fact that Kay just has a permanent expression of, like, pain on her face makes me think that her arm's being twisted so much, by the time we get her out of this, her arm's going to be popped out of its socket. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents in here. Ah, of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Okay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't. and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. She is 17, and you are detaining her like she's an adult. His eyes are closed, which means that he's hiding something. Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise for you to give up while you can. No, I don't think I will. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. After all, I came in with her. Go ahead and try then if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocent post-haste. Innocence, not incident. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. Oh, it's a ceiling fan. I thought it was a table. A ceiling fan? What's one of those do? Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that is installed on one of these ceilings. Well, if I had one of those in my room, I better get dizzy from staring at it as I slept. Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. No, I wanted to look at the statue, not the fan. Coleus paleno is a scientific name for a certain species of butterfly. Makes sense. Oh, because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat.
Hold it!
But there is possibility that it's related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later when we find some solid proof. Okay, Gumshoe, you're usually on my side. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the prima duck statues Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man look like the Steel Samurai? They could be twins. The butterfly. Hey, it's another butterfly. I believe it is a symbol of the Republic of Babal. A drawing this big on the wall on the embassy. It definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country. You may want a detective, however, I've yet to see the fruits of your desire. You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. Don't be so mean to him. He's a good boy. Miss Edwards, there's something on the display rack here. Knives, huh? Although the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles got burned off by the fire. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Ambassador Paleno, are these knives yours? Yes they are. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babal. These butterfly-themed knives, along with Alabast's own set of knives, are comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babalese ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tang of this blade. Ambassador Leno, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature on these knives where you can freely exchange the handles on them. So that we can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. So they're just decorative then, because that would make them completely useless in a fight. I see. So these knives are constructed so that the handles will be easily removed. I'm sorry about all the times he saved the day. Yeah. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I thought this was a Babalese embassy. So, why are there so American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Babalese are studying American culture and our tourism industry. If they have plans to take the Babalese tourism industry truly flourish, then they would need to observe and study other countries, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got these from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring these with me to the Babal, I can trade them in for a few buffets. Oh, so how do you expect to travel to the Babal? Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Babal if I have to. And a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things. I've got a question, actually. If we were playing the Japanese version of this game, would that still be there? this whole, like, side shelf? Because it's supposed to be set in Japan in the original. Did they change that specifically for this game? So now it is set in Japanifornia or whatever? They made it official, is what I'm trying to ask. It looks like this was once a magnificent grandfather clock, but it has fallen victim to the fire. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir? If they're unrelated to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing, but... Well, there was one clock that I made by myself, but that's quite enough, Detective. He barely got any words in and you immediately cut him off. There are still some burnt objects scattered on the floor. Well, burnt things get burnt up and they become burnt things, you know? No, because there's no way to prove that the burnt thing started out as a burnt thing. Was it a burnt thing or was it not? I have no idea what's what anymore, sir. Well, I suppose it is a bit hard for someone with a burnt-out light bulb to comprehend. I want to leave. I changed my mind. Kay can search for herself. Miles Edgeworth. What is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince anyone else of that, you will speak to me with respect. What is with the giddy glint in her eye? I don't think that will be really necessary, Franziska. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. Phrasing. I thought Franziska was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then why is she here in this embassy? I was investigating the Alabistian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The other aggressor was due to appear at the embassy there as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Although there was an incident in the Alabastrian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babalese embassy. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastrian embassy acting as a bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being here. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yadagrasu? Kay would never harm a soul, sir. Kay. You remember, do you not, about the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So she's that feisty little girl. She was only 3 years younger than you. She's still only 3 years younger than you. You are both nearly the same age. Kay has been on the trial for the Yadagrasu, which is how she ended up here. Looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yadagrasu just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Yadagrasu sent a card saying I'll be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we've had is arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract. It's gone on the rap sheet. I'm getting him to sound more gruff and grumbly as time goes on. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder, though, if Callisto Hugh really is the Yadagrasu. I can quickly check. She's 19. Because she was 3 years. She was 3 years old when she was us with the case 7 years ago. So maybe it's just not her birthday yet. Because if we go back and watch like past streams or whatever, and we compared their ages, Franziska was 13, Kay was 10. So I think we just not had her birthday yet. Maybe we should ask her, when's your birthday? What about your prosecutor's badge? I have one too, you know. Where? Ah yes, so you do. But seeing as I'm not currently a proper prosecutor, I thought I'd give presenting it a try. Is that any way for you to act towards your superior? Oh, as if threatening a whipping is the proper way of lecturing someone. Miss Von Kommer, what do you think of this piece of evidence? Well, since you ask so nicely, my subordinate, I'll answer you. However, as your superior, I must also make sure that my subordinate grows on the job. Therefore, please gather your own thoughts together first and then try presenting again. A simple "I don't have any thoughts about that" would have sufficed. Oh man. Maybe that's why Kay doesn't show up anymore. Because she was born on 9/11. Miss Von Kammer, look at this autograph I got. Why do I care about such things? It's from the Steel Samurai. The who? Oh, I didn't think it would hurt this much for no one to know him. So Francisco would be between April and September? Possibly, yeah. It appears that he died of a stab wound. Ugh. Whoever did this had a lot of nerve. I just can't fathom what could have led the killer to turn a knife against a man. And I just can't fathom what the prosecutor lashing out with her whip is thinking. Would you mind not pointing that in my direction? It's dangerous. Anyway, why are you showing it to me? I have no particular reason. Ugh. If you have no reason, don't you dare bring that dangerous object near me. Do you understand? That's not how I was going to stab you. Although you have been shot. Is she really that oblivious to the irony in that statement? She lets loose that dangerous whip of hers for no reason at all. Reason all the time. Oh, you're going to do it for both? Okay, so that must mean I need to find out about these knives and then show them to her later. And nothing about the statue. Okay. Over here, I guess we can look at them. There is a vine motif on the ornamentation of this blade. Even if Detective Gumshoe claims to see a star motif in it. Between the blade and the handle, there is a flower, and the key itself is a butterfly. This key was stolen by the Aragrasu 7 years ago from the Codefin Embassy, which suggests that this was made while the Codefin Embassy still existed as a country. I'm so zoomed in. We discovered this trick 7 years ago, and with it we were able to corner Miss Yu. She didn't have normal school, she wasn't taught literary techniques. Von Kammer or Kay? I'm assuming you mean Kay. If she was with her family, like her mother's sister or whatever, wouldn't it make more sense that she would? Because she would get put for that unless they were that mean to her. But who would have thought of this key again after all this time? It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of this key was meant to be a butterfly. So this is what took Mr. Cochrun's life. Some of his blood is still on the blade. Well, I've been a detective for 7 years already. I've seen a lot of weapons in my days. But knives that were used to kill are always the hardest for me to bear. Von Kammer. Oh, okay. Yes, unlike guns, there is one weapon when you're likely to find the victim's blood on it. Yeah, just like the one particular drench in it, huh, sir? Despite that, it looks like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow. There's a lot of skilled detailing on this handle. I believe this to be a butterfly. This is one amazing ornamental knife. And I'm really glad that this beautiful butterfly wasn't ruined by blood. There is not even a drop of blood on it. It really is quite exquisite. So much of it so that you can understand its beauty, detective. Hey, why do you always have to look down on my taste, sir? I know what I like, and it's really well crafted. Why do I look down on his tastes? Because, my dearest detective, I'm afraid your tastes are usually quite questionable. This knife. It would appear that the handle is removable. I guess so people can change them whenever they feel like it. Sounds like fun, sir. Wait, wrong voice. I don't think people would remove the handle just for fun, detective. I would like to see what it looks like without the handle, though. Alright, let's talk. No, not that. I want to talk to the guy. I can't believe that Manny fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Palladino, I believe your schedule tonight would consist of listening to reports from the police. That and only that. I ask you to cooperate not only for your sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Yeah, let me show it. I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have these. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. Oh, no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Babal. I remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Babal. And now I remember, the Republic of Babal is known for its feverish tourism industry. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased Manny Cohen. Or Cochin. He was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat charged with running the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything, accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlet flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however. I feel it should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal profession, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KG-8 incident. The KG-8 incident? The defendant, who was found innocent in that case, was Manny. So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into his job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee the embassy's renovations. It really is a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him. Renovations, you say? What exactly do you mean earlier by renovations? We can't have tourism and visitors to our embassy thinking we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have a rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is now no longer with us. Ambassador Palladino, I was wondering if I may ask you about Codifer. Codifer? All right. What would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy, is that correct? Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. It's not all about this key. It also is capable of changing into a knife. Oh! How fascinating! Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know anything about the existence of this key? Odd that he knows the case number. Yeah, kinda. In its knife form, there's a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might have been from when we used to be part of Codifer.
Hold it!
And how did you come to that conclusion? It is both the Codifer's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Manny used his key here at the embassy back when we were still Codifer. Ambassador Palladino, this key was stolen from the Codifer embassy 7 years ago. By Callisto Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yadagarasu. Oh, really? You were not aware that Miss Yu had broken into the embassy at that time. I'm sorry, I can't be of much help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babal became its own independent nation. But if Manny was still here, or still alive, he probably would know about what happened back then. Mr. Cochin and Miss Yu knew each other 7 years ago. But that doesn't explain why I found the Yadagarasu's key here in this present. I'm going to present you my badge. Oh, is that a prosecutor's badge? It's a very cool design. I know. We should start selling items like this as souvenirs in Babal. The tourists will probably go nuts over them. Please don't compare a proud symbol of my profession to a cheap souvenir. Oh, isn't that about our great embassy? How do you like our pamphlets? I feel indifferent about them, to be honest. I'm just using this as evidence. Oh, that's too bad. In that case, I suggest we all just try a little harder to make the more charming ones. I just had a flash of inspiration. We should make all of our pamphlets into coupon books. I just realized this guy makes me think of Daft Punk. Most likely the Interstellar film. He just looks like the singer guy. Not the singer. The evil guy with the white coat that was like taking advantage of the aliens to make music. I think it's just that. His expectations of what a coupon can do is a tad hyperinflated. Ambassador Plain, I was wondering if you might have some thoughts on this. I think you would know more about that case than I. So let me make it up with you not knowing anything about that with these coupons. Thank you, however, I feel must decline. Oh, meant to present, not look. Oh dear. If people were to find out that a murder occurred at our embassy, the number of tourists would plummet as our revenues. It'd be a disaster. What are we going to do? He really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. You might have some thoughts on this. I don't know anything about no knife. This statue resembles the hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to the Steel Samurai statue? I just might attract a few more tourists into our country if I did, right? You always pronounced it to rhyme with utopia. I mean, I guess you could do that. I don't know what to think, though I thought that thing was a national treasure. And that's everything. Right, time to Brain Palace. The design of the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the bubbly species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus it says right here, this knife is property of the Republic of Babal. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room. Let's just see if this works. Oh, wow, it does. We know for a fact that the Aragos's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim Mr. Cochran's pocket. Which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in this office. Oh, go take it, sir. Let's go try it out. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It literally turned out to be the key to the next piece of truth. What do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. You think the Autograssu made off with everything, sir? No, Detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. I won't rest until I look at that piece of paper obviously sticking out of the bottom of this. What is this here? It looks like a bit of ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right. It won't budge an inch, not even when I tug on it. But I don't think we've seen a paper stuck on the inside of a safe before.
Hold it!
Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret of the safe is that it has two compartments completely empty. It has a crack there. Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I'd say there is an extra piece of space behind the back wall of this safe. In other words, this safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in a natural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening that door with it? As you can see, there's no other lock or keyhole in their sight. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on this safe. Oh? Yes, and I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. The safe and its locks. Alright then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduced your answer. Hey, there's a hole here, sir. It's a little bit oddly shaped for a latch hole. I know that's a funny shape for a latch hole, huh? It's shaped kind of like, well, like a star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I would hardly call the shape a star. And there must be some reason for this hole. Oh, there's got to be some reason why this hole is so weirdly shaped, you know? Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking things. No, there's no way I could ever do that. Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me because you're saying everything I'm thinking. Is this spot someone connected to any of the evidence I hold? Eureka! Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Franziska? The shape? It does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe lock's mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut, nothing more. Hold it! Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure this safe had 2 compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to be hidden, to the hidden half, to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of this safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove that to you right now. That the Yaragrasu's key is the key that will open it.
Objection!
Yaragrasu's key? Miles Edgeworth, this had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yaragrasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape other than that of the key. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Yaragrasu's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Codafin Embassy. We confirmed that as fact as opening the door safe with it. Now, let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking... Hey, NRK. Never use 10 words when 100 word would do. It appears that you've come to understand what I am talking about. When viewed head-on, the knife's blade is the exact shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. But that's preposterous. Because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. We fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks. Whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be incredibly important. Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scruffy, hurry up and open the safe. Yes, sir. Opening it now, sir. These items, it's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess a piece of art, huh, sir? You're in the way. Move, Scruffy. I don't think I was in the way. These pieces of art, they're identical to the ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. A dragon, a plate with a mountain on it, a statue that looks like it's from Egypt, and some papers. And 2 bottles of Sunny D. I figured as much. These are the treasures that section of the safe was hid from view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Dragon! These pieces of stolen art are from around the world. I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Scruffy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why, do you have any idea what would happen to you if any one of them would break? Is it just me, or did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? Now, this is the document that was thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about. Beats me, sir. Why don't we take a look to see what it is before we give up, detective? It's written in gobbledygook. Mr. Cochin's name is written there on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. To build this sort of trick into one safe is really something. Yeah, it's neat how this safe is 2 compartments. What's really impressive is that the other end of this key was another key. I totally hadn't noticed. I wonder if Mr. Cochin was just paranoid or if he had some secrets of the great value. Speaking of paranoid, I went sharpen both ends of my pencil. But then, when I went to erase something, I got really paranoid and I was going to stab myself. Please refrain from dispensing your special brand of unrelated stories while on duty.
Yes, sir.
It appears that we found the key that the Yadagrasu, no, Miss Yu, stole 7 years ago.
Since it was originally this embassy, maybe he came back to return it.
I don't think she's the type to be so kind as to do such a thing, Detective.
Okay, then what do you think, sir?
Callisto Yu, for what reason did you steal the key? I think that's all we can learn from that, yes. Maybe now you want to look at it? No particular reason. Alright. Do I have anything more in my mind palace that I can combine? Okay, I guess they do go together. To steal your dirtiest secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret the Yadagrasu was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Franziska, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case, then, the person I'm looking for is here in the Babalese embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I might just need to ask Franziska about her smuggling case in more depth. Franziska, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I really hope I haven't done this out of order. And it's broken now. I suppose that the reason you are here right now is related to that? Yes. After analysing the intel we've gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This accounting document. It's only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab out onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was only made in the Principality of Kodafa. Or Kodafia, as some people would say. Which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Babal is the head. The one pulling the strings behind the entire smuggling ring. That's Franziska for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she has. So does that mean now if I look at this and look at the documents, I could be like, oh, wait a minute.
Eureka!
Take a good look at these documents, Franziska. It says here there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that the page was taken from this set for 3? Well, well, it certainly looks that way. By putting your multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this it has become crystal clear that Mr. Kochan himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Babalese ink. Babalese ink? This is all about some stupid ink? I thought they were smuggling drugs. You're telling me it's just about something you write with? Babalese ink is a special product of the Republic of Babal. However, due to its special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. Is it made from butterflies? Or from flowers?
Hold it!
And that reason is? That's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Manny Cohen. I keep saying Cohen because that's how I just think it says. It's Kochan. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our countries and his to interfere, making it the ideal conditions under which to run a smuggling operation. Ugh, but it's so frustrating. I lost a person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. I mean, he's still there, you can still do it. He's just dead, and it wouldn't look good. Well, even if he's dead, we still have a responsibility to look into this misdeeds. You expect to whip a dead man? You read my thoughts? Well, I'm not interested. Franziska, you must know that Manny Kochan was a suspect of the KG-8 incident. Oh, of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there is the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. And then I can write my report to Papa and show him that I was right all along. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one who it could be. Now come along quietly, Yadagrasu. K. Faraday. You're under arrest for the murder of Manny Cochin. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yadagrasu in here, and he was already... You have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you.
Hold it!
I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? It means that you're bad at your job. Now listen up, bitch. It's just like, Edgeworth just like goes all full sass. You think you could just come into my house? Mess with my friends? I believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well, I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Let's do this. Even your police confirmed that Yadagrasu infiltrated the Babalese embassy tonight. Utilizing the confusion caused by the fire, Yadagrasu struck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yadagrasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else herein with the body. That's it. Your reason for suspecting her is she says she's the Yadagrasu. And she's there. Okay. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she's the Yadagrasu. Exactly, but it isn't just me. She calls herself the Yadagrasu. Look how many times I have to tell you. I was only out to capture the fake Yadagrasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yadagrasu is a Yadagrasu. Very well, then I should prove that Kay is not the Yadagrasu who killed Mr. Manny Cochin. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. Okay, Callisto. We got this.
Hold it!
They may have confirmed it, but are you telling me that no one could catch the thief? If so, you're basically admitting that the Yadagrasu who committed the murder eluded us. Of course I chased after the Yadagrasu that entered the Babalese embassy right away. And that is also why I'm making this arrest right now. Because at the end of my long chase, there is only this girl. Oh! In any case, this was what I believed happened tonight.
Hold it!
The confusion caused by the fire. Are you saying that the Yadagrasu was not the arsonist who started the fire? A suspicious person in a long coat was spotted in the area. Officers in the area claim to have seen that person start the fire. Huh. It sounds like we have a phantom in our midst. Yeah. In a way, he could be considered a phantom with the way he randomly appears.
Hold it!
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yadagrasu sent a card saying, "I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret." Further, there are no documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. So obviously she wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. That might just be the opening I need.
Objection!
It was either going to be the key or the actual things themselves. Agent Sheena, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer in the Yadagrasu, I am certain that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found by Mr. Cochin's body. Furthermore, the Yadagrasu would not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked. It is obvious that the killer's target is not the safe at all.
Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Cochin had the key on him.
Objection!
If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can't think of no reason for her to kill him if she had known that fact. Need, reason. All of this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. She accidentally picked up a knife and accidentally stabbed him in the back of the head. Right. Or from behind. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death.
Objection!
But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Actually, I do. Could have presented the key or the smuggling document there. Okay. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. Ooh, what? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that we will put her away behind bars. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon with the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is part of a special 3-piece set which has designs like no other. The evidence and testimony at all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. Well, that is your definitive evidence. You see now that it's completely, definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Edgeworth, you gotta believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing that suspicious person. That's right, I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. And when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned the lights on, but then... Ah! Who's there? This is... I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream, and when I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object K felt by her feet by the floor was the murder weapon. She was nowhere near the body, though. I had the knife analysed right away, but we failed to find anyone's prints on it. But the suspicious person in the black coat came in this room before me. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? Out the window! The one that's right there! That, I don't know, but I know they came in here. Sounds like the desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can't trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. She has a point. Kay is so untrustworthy. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some evidence. I must show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can. But don't worry, I can and I will.
Hold it!
Does this mean that you've already had the results back? We have confirmed that the shape of the Babyliss knife blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of Interpol's forensics teams with your own.
Objection!
I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear, it's hardly say your logic is sound, which you will see in a bit. If you can prove me wrong, please by all means go ahead. Then, that has been my intention all along. Now let us return to your testimony.
Hold it!
You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also in the search of Yadagrasu. When I heard the girl scream coming from this room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw the girl standing there motionless with the knife in her hands. But I already told you, I came in here because I was also after the Yadagrasu. The suspicious person I saw came into this room. When I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned the lights on, and then... You found that it was the murder weapon at your feet. How many times do I have to tell you? We can't trust the words of a suspect. But you need them? You can compare them. What? That's like saying, oh, because this man is a suspect, we should just ignore everything he has to say so that we can try and prove it wrong. We'll only listen to other people. The only thing you'll accept as evidence, is it? That's the only acceptable way to counter an argument on the Interpol on the scene of a crime. Mr. Edward, do you some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? I think I do, because there's one piece of evidence I find a bit interesting. I think I need to carefully examine the piece of evidence again. Well, that wouldn't be possible because it would have burned away.
Objection!
But I guess I can't prevent that. I don't know why I'm skipping this because I haven't listened to it before, but I am. This evidence shows the contradiction in your testimony. By your silence, I assume you agree with my conclusion. No, I just have to worthy response. In any case, I have some documents I need to attend to. I guess that means he feels there's no need to counter my argument. Because the thing is, the handle would have burnt off. But I guess that's not what we're trying to prove. A lot of skill detail and handling. It appears the handle display is removable. Maybe some people can change what they feel. Sounds like fun, sir. I don't think the people will remove the handle just for fun, detective. Okay, so why did that show me again? Whoosh, I'm throwing it at chat. Get ready, chat, I'm throwing it at you. Whee! Whoosh!
Objection!
So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design on it. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is a blood on the blade, yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was in fact not the real murder weapon. It was on the wrong statement, yeah. It wasn't the real murder weapon. This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? Ooh. It has a flower symbol on it. As you can see, the Bubbly's knife now has been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with the butterfly-themed knife. This could clear up any and all suspicions surrounding Kay. Bubbly's handle jotted down in my note organizer. Your argument isn't airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles. For some reason.
Hold it!
But don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how a criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Actually, no. Some killers kill because they have legitimate reasons to do so. Not all of them, but there are some. So, you know, you could view it and be like, oh, I can understand why they would do that. I wouldn't do it personally, but I can understand. You know. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem.
Objection!
What a wishy-washy way of trying to find crime. The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. It's the butterfly symbol. What is this mark on here? It is the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means. No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar from this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this. I mean... this, maybe?
Take that!
You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, the blade this is from Alabast ornamental knives. Ah! This part of the knife handle was Babalast's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it's undeniable Babalese in origin. But as both of you know, you can't kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Sheena? After the fire had broken out. That's right, Kay entered the Babalese embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Abalestian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire. Which means that Kay could not have transported an Abalestian object over here. This makes it possible for her to be the true killer. Ooh, way to go, Mr. Edgeworth! What a great victory! Oh, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. What worries me now is what will happen next.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? An Alabestian knife here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babal? It didn't just find its way over. Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. You know what? Maybe my brain hurts thinking about why we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run? Now that's the real way a real thief operates. Okay. Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent, I mean. You believed me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Your argument is still not airtight. Would you care to elaborate? I understand how now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there's still the possibility that she is the Yaragrasu. That again? Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I'm the real Yaragrasu. I'm not like the fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're a real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire.
Objection!
Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the Yaragrasu, that in itself is the most elegant proof. Are you... She's just ignoring everything. She just wants to convict this person, I guess. Miss Sheena. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I said. I am the great thief Yaragrasu, and I refuse to allow some imposters to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. It's not good to be stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you, too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses really do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? Well, I guess we better get going. Going? To where? To the King of Alabast. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking. To see where the Alabastian knife came from, we'll have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. It was the Steel Samurai all along. I knew it. They hid the knife inside the baby. The baby was the weapon. Oh, wait, it's the other way around. The Steel Samurai was the knife, and the baby was the killer. You just hit that dead body, Francisca. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. To be continued. Woo! A lot happened in that one part. Shi Long Lang pushes back. Oh, it's about 2.5 hours. This is probably the perfect place to stop for today. I'm going to save again, just cuz. Alright, and exit game. Don't save, continue, exit. Alright, and that is it for today. So thank you all for joining, everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed. Managed to get a lot done today. We got stuff sorted out. We managed to find out that, well, get K cleared at least a little bit. We now know for certain that Callisto U is Sheena, just cuz. I'm 100% on that. Even if it turns out to be, I'm going to go die on this hill that she's Callisto you. That's my thing. But yeah, that's it for the day. Thank you all for joining everyone today. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm enjoying my time with this. This is great. I think this is a good game. Tomorrow, I won't be back with Ghost of Tsushima because we finished that. I'll need to see what I can do instead, whether it's going to be another game, maybe this again, or I don't know, maybe playing with someone else if I can. But that is it for today. Thank you all for joining as usual. Like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff so you get notified of when I stream. And if you want to help support me, links to Patreon and tips. And if you become a patron, you get invited to the patron list here, where I give you a shout out every stream, like I do with Hiro Kuni and the Soul Master 37. I thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate you all. And we go to an embassy and start investigating, even though they tell us not to. Gonna go ahead and write that down to pull out later with an appropriate moment later, whether you're right or wrong. Okay, Matt. I will die on the hill, even if it's wrong. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So until then, y'all take care of a nice rest of the day. Have a good rest of the tomorrow as well, I guess. And I'll see you all tomorrow around about the same time. Until next time, everyone. Did I already say about the patrons? You know what I said about it, so whatever. Bye, everyone. See you next time. See ya.